beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, welcome. My name is Aisha, and if you're an existing subscriber, thanks for coming back to watch my video. So in today's video, before I start, make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you're not sharing, what are you doing? Like, share. And today I have like a special guest with me, and you have to introduce yourself.
Hey, hello guys, my name is Ornok, and I'm from Mongolia, and same as her, I'm a student in Romania.
So like today we were going to be talking about a very crucial topic, and I felt like the first time I tried to address it, I'm not even addressing anything, but yeah, the first time I've tried to like talk about it, like a lot of you came for me, and I was like, oh, that's what happens when you go to Europe, blah blah blah, da 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 da. So today we're going to be talking about like, what's the topic? Like, is there racism in Romania? That's just the
discrimination.
Yeah, is there like discrimination amongst international students? And by the way, we'll just be sharing our experience. So I feel like when we are sharing our experience, we were the one that experienced it, right? So you should just like listen. Like, you don't have to like say, oh, that's not true, blah blah blah, they don't do this. Like, we experienced it, and we're trying to share our experience with you guys. So I don't think like you should, your opinion, like, oh yeah, they don't do that, that's what happens, what do you expect when you go to Europe, and all of it. Like I told you earlier, like when I first, like my first YouTube video, and I talked about how like the bosses, whatever thing, and the controllers, and some of them were like, oh, that's how it happens in Europe. But imagine for a first timer coming to Europe, and you probably don't know how it works, right? And you paid, I'm just like referring to the other time, and you paid, and they were like, oh, you didn't pay, and all of it, and they didn't go to other people. So the fact that they came to me first, like, and they told me like I didn't pay, like, why didn't you ask other people if they paid or not? So that was what I felt like. That was my own experience. Not like it was they were being racist or anything, but I felt like it wasn't normal. I don't know, it wasn't normal to me at the first time, because first impression, they say, lasts longer. So they already gave me the like negative impression. But aside that, guys, I shouldn't lie, like I haven't experienced any other thing like from Romanians like that. So look, like, have you experienced anything?
Well, I think it's for in other races, I think it's different. Like this kind of attitude towards to African person, or a colored skin person, or Asian person. I think every races have different like experience. The Middle Eastern, if you're Arabic, you know, if you're like Central Asian, Southern Asian, if you're from China specifically, they have different experiences. From my experience, it's like when they see an Asian person, they always expect me to respond ni hao. But I'm not really sensitive person, so I was, when I came here, I was expecting it, you know, like, okay, maybe they were gonna say ni hao, like, I don't care. I would just answer like wo hong hao, and whatever. But it's not okay to just say ni hao to someone. You know, you don't know. Like, I cannot say to Romanians ni hao. Like, it's kind of thing.
I feel like you just have to have that kind of humor, like me hao, like, you know, like you don't have to be like take it like offensive, but it depends on the type of person you are.
That person's intention is also nice. If that person's kind of jokey, or like to be fun, or trying to have a good conversation with you, it's okay. But the discrimination is the problem here. Like, the people are not like normal person on the street. They're not like really racist. Like, they will not come up to you like blah blah blah. No. Or the worst will be like they will stare at you a lot, but they won't say like anything at all that much.
But I don't think like here in Oradea they don't really stare that much.
That's
or like
true.
When I was in Pitești, I remember like someone's comment saying like, oh, I should come on, like that's what happens when like a white person also comes to Nigeria, and like that's true. Like, you can stare, like nobody said you shouldn't stare, but some people like do it to the extent of like standing up when you sit, or like just looking at you. There's some people that looks at you and like, oh, probably they mean good, like they're just like, amazed, like, oh, this is the black person. But like some people actually like see you and like, with disgust in their face, and like they look at you like from head to toe. I'm like, so what do you expect to think about that type of situation? Like that was my experience, but the person was like, oh, come on, like what do I mean? Like if they're staring at me a lot, like white people also come to Nigeria and they stare at them, so that isn't a problem. That isn't a problem, but like nobody is saying you shouldn't stare, but like don't stare to the point that you make someone uncomfortable. That's how I feel though. But aside that, I haven't like faced any racism. Like I feel like Romanians are super chill, except for the ones that are not learned. And yeah, I feel like some of them are like super chill. Like they want to make friends with you. Like they feel like, oh, you're a foreigner and all of that. Like, oh, where are you from? They are like super nice. Romanians are super nice in that aspect, but not all. Like as we all know, not all. Like I've had some rubbish things. So like you faced something. So just say it, like.
The real experience.
Yeah, the real experience. Just share it.
Yeah. So I think international students have this problem. Like some of us have this visa problems, changing university again problem, visa extension problem. For my situation, my problem was I needed to cut my visa, which is very not common. So I went to the immigration office.
So sorry to cut you, like what prompted you cutting your visa? Like if you'd like to share with me.
Yeah, because I changed my major because I was studying medicine veterinary, which is 6 year long in here. So I wanted to change to international relations, topics that I'm more interested. And also I just figured out that medicine veterinary was not for me. And so in Romania, the residence permit, it's like they just give you until you graduate. But I've heard in Hungary and other countries they extend it each year. But in Romania, it's like they give you like until you graduate, so it's more easier. So I had my residence permit for 6 years, which means it's supposed to end in 2028. So but now I'm here studying international relations, and now I'm gonna graduate in 2 years. So which means I will be left with 3 more years, and this kind of feels like illegal, I need to tell them that I changed it and I want to be here like legally. I don't want to lie to another person, and I don't want to look like I cheated the system. And because our first thought will be like, oh my gosh, like he's cheating the system, like he came here as a veterinary medicine student, now he's graduating early and he wants to work here and blah blah blah. And I didn't want that things to happen to me.
And I think like it was more easy for him because he's on scholarship. I think there's some like benefits like you get when you're on scholarship, like you don't really pay taxes, and like it's super like not like super, but it was like easy to change. Like as well as like I had to study law, but I changed to international relations. But I felt like if it was like probably another person that wanted to change to international relations, probably it would have been like difficult for them to have changed and all of that. Like as an international student. Like coming here on a study visa with this particular subject, and you're saying you want to change again. But I think the added advantage was because we were on scholarship and all of that.
That's true.
So now he has to like cut his visa. What's your visa or your permits, right?
Yeah, my permits. It's
to
almost
the
permits.
So when you got there, what happened?
So when I tried to apply a new residence permit here in this city, because last time I was studying in another city. And I came here to change it. So I wanted to apply here because I'm staying here, as I should. Like under the law, I should apply here. So I went to the immigration office here, and they told me, oh no, like you cannot do it here. Like you have to go back to Cluj to tell them that you're coming here. And I was like, oh, okay, no problem. I can go there and talk to them. And I came to that city. I came into the office, and the most funny thing about Cluj, the immigration office in Cluj, is like the Cluj is the student city, like a lot of international students from different continents, different countries, like more diversities in there. And then, but they have only one window for immigration office, and which makes it much harder for international students because there's like some amount of time that you should apply for a permit, residence permit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really hard to talk with them, to have a normal conversation because they're so busy and they're so stressed. And yeah, one thing I'll tell you that here in Romania, the public servant, this kind of public job, government job, it's kind of stressful, I guess.
Yeah.
Because the way you see them, it's like they're very stressed and they look like they don't like their job. Yeah, they don't give a fuck about it. And they just want their lunchtime and the pause for cigarettes.
They don't joke with their lunchtime, and once it's like 4 that you're closing, that's it. Like they're not taking any more people.
Same. Yeah. And it was like that. So I understand it's their policy, like it's their schedule, whatever. But when they're working, I think they should work, you know.
Yeah.
And the immigration office job is to help the international people. That to fix their problems, solve their problems.
So do you think like they lack in that aspect of like, you know, helping people to like solve things and all of that?
No, they're not helping in that way. They're just like receiving documents and they're just giving documents. They don't want to talk. They don't want to give you advice. They don't want to. How do I say? Just
but I feel like it depends on the person as well.
Yeah, that's kind of
because
true.
I actually did when I we applied for my residence card. Like the man I met at the immigration was super nice. Was like, okay, bring this, and because like the time for the extension has passed, like because we need like a particular certificate from the university, and the university only issues the certificate when we resume the university year. So he was like, okay, just write on the paper like because the university hasn't given you this paper, that's why you guys are applying late and all of that. And it was super understanding. Like, you know, I think it depends on the person. There are some people like they love their job, like okay, they put passion to it. While some people are like, okay, like I don't care, like, you know. I think that's just it.
Depends on the person. Yeah, that's true. That's true. When I applied my previous residence permit, the staff was nice. He was nice, but he was young, so he was nice because he's not experienced the hardships. But anyway, like the thing is, like they're doing their job, and also they should do their job. I mean, they're not just document receivers. They're a public servant. They need to share the information to the people. They should advise the people. They should answer the questions. No?
Well, you know, look, let's put ourselves in that shoe. Like, if I was a public servant and I was working, I'm like, I'm getting thousands of paper every day. Just drop it. Like, I don't have time. Like, just put it there. Like, you know, am I getting paid enough for that? Like, do you know, like, I just do things at my own convenient time, to be sincere. Like,
that's the problem. It's a very hard job, for sure. It's a very hard job.
Kudos to you guys, but at the same time, like, you need to put more effort. Like, that's just
it. Because some people doesn't speak English, some people doesn't speak Romanian, some people doesn't speak any Latin language. Maybe the real ni hao person will come, you know, and they need to tell him to do something. And it's a hard job. But I don't know.
So like that was the only thing you faced, right?
Yeah, so I went to the immigration office, the big story. And I told them my situation. That I need to cut my visa. And they were like, you know, it's not common someone to cut their visa.
Don't you live it like that, like?
Yeah, nobody wants to cut their visa in here. They're expecting like, what the fuck, why you want to change?
Well, I think after your university, you're going home, right?
Yeah, I'm going on, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'll stay here study for masters. And if I study for masters, it's going to could be a problem, you know.
How? You don't have to extend. It's still the same, right?
It's still the same, but I don't know.
True. Like, okay, so why you got to the immigration?
Because I want to be legal.
Yeah, I understand.
And it's, even though it's still they give me permission, it's kind of
weird, like you're having like a second thought, like
guilty feelings, and I don't want to feel that, and also I don't want to be here that much longer without studying. Like otherwise, I don't need to stay here. And and I told them my situation, and they tell me go back to Australia in the office. They will tell you what to do. But I told them that I already went to Australia, and they told me to come here to fix the problem. And the guy said like, I don't care. It's your problem. It's Aradia's problem. Go back to Aradia and fix it. I said, no, I already went to Aradia.
Yeah.
And
then they make you look stupid. Okay.
They make me look stupid. And I told them, like, they told me I need to come here to talk about it. And I'm here. And he said, I don't care. It's not my problem. Go back to Aradia to fix it. And that put me in the hard situation. If I go back to Aradia, they will probably tell me go back to Cluj again.
So they're like putting you like, you know, like a
just,
ball. Like,
walking away the problem.
Yeah.
They're just like, not my problem, go. Yeah, it's like nobody's trying to like tell me these things that I should really do.
Yeah.
Nobody's advising. But there are the people who should give me the information. I'm not looking for the big secret information. They just have, like this situation should do this. Like it will take like 2 sentences to tell me. So it's not that much. And the thing, so he started getting mad at me because I was keep telling that in this office they tell me I need to fix this problem. Because I already went to this office and I had problems there also. And they told me to come here. And he was like, I don't care, I'm telling you, I don't care, it's not my problem, go. And I was like, okay, whatever. And when I leave the office, when I was about to leave the office, he was saying in Romanian, these Chinese people, I don't want to talk to these Chinese people again. They don't understand anything. They talk in Romanian like that. I cannot say anything, but I don't understand it, you know, like they don't want to things with these Chinese people, you know, Kina people. Yeah, they don't want. But I'm not from China. And he saw my documents.
Stereotype,
He knows I'm from Mongolia. He could have said like, this Mongolian person I don't want to. He could say that, you know, it's his opinion. But he used this Chinese people, China person. So it's kind of a discrimination. Like, if it was just a random person, I would not mind. But he's a government worker. He's the representative.
Tell me, you weren't frustrated when you left there.
What?
You weren't frustrated, like.
I was frustrated. I was frustrated, and I was so close to fight back, you know, to tell the curse words.
Like, more like you're begging them to like take what is like, you know, rightfully, like, okay, just take, like, I came here to solve the issue because I don't want to have issues in the future. So right now I'm doing the thing that it's needful, but you guys are like pushing me here, pushing me there, da. But maybe we should go meet Adelinian from the international office and like try to explain to her.
Yeah, I'm friends with her. She cannot do anything.
That?
Yeah, it's more like a immigration office
problem. But the immigration office is like just doing something else. So that was the only thing like you faced. It was like, do take Kinezu, do take
Also, that office told me like, if you're lucky, they will call you. They will call the minister office, and if they like you, they will fix your problem. They said like that. It's, why? What if they don't like me? It's not the problem if I'm being liked or not. It's a more legal situation, you know. It's not depending on my face, on my personality, or how I treat them. It's also and then being scholarship, the student, they look down at us because they think like we're using their money, their taxes.
Really?
We're not paying. This kind of attitude. Sometimes I feel it. They feel like, like you're studying for free, you know, with the Romanian government. But no, like we're coming here. We're taking money from our parents, from home also. So we're making money into this country also, and we're making this content, advertising the country. We're doing the good things to this country. So like, they should also appreciate this, and also they should appreciate that international students are coming here to study. And when we go back to our country, we will talk about Romania. Of course, we will talk about good things because we graduated here, we studied here, we lived here. We will talk good things, of course, and we love it. And they should appreciate that also. And that's it. And that's it.
So aside that, like, I don't think there's racism like that. There'll just be like a little bit of discrimination kind of thing. So that's it. It's not like racism like in terms of like
in America.
So there's not like racism in Romania, just like a little bit of discrimination and all of that. So that'll be the end of today's video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Then catch you guys in my next video. Bye.
Yeah.